a great opportunity to do something in Rotary that unfortunately we don't do enough, right? And that's to induct new members. Even though this is really a transfer, it's a time for us to do a recommitment for a member that has joined us from halfway around the world. I showed up one morning when it was still dark and opened the door to a man I'd never met, but via email, and he's quickly become a very, very dear friend, and has made the impact already in our club before he's formally joined us. So Bhuvan Asha, or Bhuvan Asha, I like his formal name a lot. Please join me with Asha up here next to your sponsor, Bill Henry. I want to really start with Asha. This morning was the first time I met Asha. Right? I spoke to her last night on Skype briefly on there, and got a little bit of background on her. I'm trying not to take too long, but you guys really need to know who this young lady is. Asha's worked for over 15 years in the information technology field in various positions, including business analyst, senior architect analyst. After working with retail banking sector for 6 years, initially in India and later in Australia, she decided to change her career direction and retrained herself in information technology. Specifically, over the last 3 years, Asha is an enterprise architect with the Sydney Trains in Australia. Yeah, the train system there in Australia. She has undertaken formal training with the Australian Computer Society and the Group for Architectural Forums in Australia. Her work includes carrying out enterprise-level analysis on some of the key issues facing information communications technologies and writing board papers, recommendation papers, and briefing notes for the same. She has reviewed and commented on a vast number of business cases, requirements, documents, and solution architecture documents. Her project work involves concept and delivery of major complex projects and more strategic transformational projects as well. The solutions she's worked on were broad-based and technology automation and highly value their quality and completeness. Asha married Bhuvan in 1986. They have 2 children. Dr. Sanka, yes, I said Dr. Sanka, right? Their daughter is a medical doctor and a resident at Royal North Hospital in Sydney, Australia. And Kesh, who is sleeping right here, who studies criminology at the University of South Wales. Asha has 3 younger sisters and their respective families living in Sydney suburbs. She enjoys reading books, listening to music, watching various shows, law, cooking, and takes active interest in politics and environment. Asha supported Bhuvan when he was president of the Rotary Club in St. Ives, Sydney, and also when he was assistant governor there in Sydney as well. So Asha, welcome. You're a new sister in Rotary here. I've got a small gift for you. I know you'll be here long enough to enjoy this on here. So thank you so much. How do I introduce Bhuvan?
As Asha's husband.
As Asha's husband. Because you're really not worthy to be married to this lady. I don't know, Bhuvan has more acronyms behind his name than anybody I know. You know, things like BE, which I have no clue is, MD, BA, MSc, PhD, which we all understand, FACS, CBAP, right?
Slow learner.
Slow learner. Bhuvan's got over 2 decades of strategic analysis. He's written 17 books.
Oh no.
I've happened to have one of the books here.
But you told him why you got that particular one.
I saw, that's right, I need to auction this book. Now, I bought this book. This is one of his early books, right? Did you write this or you just put your name on it? It's signed. I wanted him to sign it Love Bhuvan, right? Which you need to change that in there. I got it for 77 cents on Amazon. He drugged me to a PMI dinner, the Project Management International meeting over at the Meadows one night, and I brought this book, and everybody in the room was so pleased about 77 cents.
It kind of balances out with $150 for a calendar.
It does. In all seriousness, I mean, there's books on there from $100+ a book that he's written here more recently. He's very accomplished. I'd love to read his whole bio, but you can find it online. I think I read the most important person in the room's bio already on that. Bhuvan has a heart of gold. He's going to be a great member of this club. He's already made impacts in each and every one of our lives already that has known him already. Bhuvan, this is a time for you to recommit. And a time for your original induction that happened years ago. It's a time for now you to recommit to Rotary again. So a transfer to the club is as important as a new member coming into the club. And your opportunity to refocus and take analysis of your life, of where you're at in Rotary. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And thank you and welcome to the club. There's another important person that is standing up here. And where's your pin, Bill?
I was going to pin it on.
Well, let's talk about you first. Bill Henry. Rotary has a program that started, right? It was a shield program. And if you notice behind my shield, I have this blue shield on here. And this is when you sponsor a member of the club. They actually have different colors on there. So blue is the first one, then bronze, then silver, and then gold on there. So I'd like to take, Bhuvan's got lots of pins. I'm planning on doing a pin with him. What I'd like to do with you, Bill, is give you this shield on here. Put it behind your pin. So where's your pin?
I just took it off. That was easy.
All right, so this goes behind your pin.
Behind my pen?
That's right. So Bill's right there.
You can do it.
There we go. Even without glasses? Yeah. My fingers are way too big for this. All right. Bhuvan, you have a few short words to say? Short words?
I think I have already said that I'm very, very happy to have come to this club. When I came here in the first couple of weeks, I was the guest speaker and I talked all about my global Rotary experiences. Rotary is such a fantastic organization which handles multiple dimensions of life. So through Rotary, I learned to give. Through Rotary, I learned to connect with people with diverse cultures, diverse ethnic backgrounds, diverse languages. India, Malaysia, Wrexham in UK, New Zealand, Australia. I have learned so much. And through Rotary, the feeling when I moved from Sydney to Sarasota was that I'm still moving into a group of friends, and that has absolutely come true. This is a dream run for me, and I'm so glad that Asha is here with me. I'll let her say a couple of words, but I will conclude by saying she is a proof that behind every successful man, there is a Asha.
I'm just saying again that I'm happy to be here and meet with Bhuvan's new Rotary family, which all of you are.
All right, now, last week, Bhuvan sold me something.
Do I stand here or
So-
am I allowed to go back?
So this week I have something to sell him. Thank you, David Haggerty. So Bhuvan, how do you start the bidding on this calendar?
Here is my hat.
And I have a different type of calendar that I'll throw into it as well. I promise to not embarrass Bhuvan, but in all seriousness, he's a great man. He's engaged with my company a little bit of consulting, and love to have him, proud to have him here. Thank you.
Excellent, and I'd like to add my welcome to Bhuvan and his lovely family and friends, so thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, Terry.
Well, you want to show
Hey,
your
you're not
other
supposed to
calendar?
leave.
But sorry, Chris.
It's better.
Here's the other. It's my last year's Hooters calendar. That Bhuvan gets.
Terry, why don't you come up here and introduce him? I'll go get him.
No, I'll just, introduction will be just very fast,
All right, anybody have anything to say or dance or?
How much are we getting for that calendar?
Actually, I think I can use this microphone that they had set up.